Want to get back to the Hunter Biden stuff and the Donald Trump stuff as well. A lot of legal back and forth here, and stuff just keeps developing. So you go to bed, you wake up, and there's more on Hunter Biden specifically. And there's also been a lot of look here, but don't look there, particularly with Donald Trump. So think about it. CNN yesterday spent the entire day playing the Trump audio. Look, the Trump audio doesn't sound great for the president. We'll see if it makes it into the courtroom.
Right.
But they're saying, look here at Donald Trump with the documents, but don't look at Joe Biden with the documents, which is just, it's so bizarre. And it goes back to the polling. That's why we're not seeing polling where any of these GOP candidates are beating Biden head to head by a huge margin, because the country's so divided right now. And it's evenly divided. For more on all this, as we continue to go through it, let's welcome in former prosecutor, constitutional law attorney Ameer Benno, and back with us in studio, business and political commentator John Burnett. Want to play you the sound, Ameer. This is the Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, on Friday commenting on the freedom that he gave these whistleblowers who have come forward saying they basically wanted to charge Hunter Biden with more. Take a listen.
As I said at the outset, Mr. Weiss, who was appointed by President Trump as the U.S. Attorney in Delaware and assigned this matter during the previous administration, would be permitted to continue his investigation and to make a decision to prosecute any way in which he wanted to, and in any district in which he wanted to. Mr. Weiss has since sent a letter to the House Judiciary Committee confirming that he had that authority. I don't know how it would be possible for anybody to block him from bringing a prosecution, given that he has this authority.
Ameer, legally speaking, somebody's lying, and it's real simple. It's either that man right there, our Attorney General, who Kevin McCarthy has been, at least he suggested that impeachment is on the table, or it's the whistleblower. How do we flesh something like that out?
Testimony. And by the way, good morning and happy birthday, Allison.
Thank you, Ameer.
Testimony under oath. I mean, look, the two sides can't both be telling the truth. And so the whistleblowers gave testimony under oath, under penalty of perjury, and they said this is not the case, that David Weiss said that, one, he was forbidden from charging Hunter Biden, at least by the D.C. U.S. Attorney. Two, they weren't allowed to get search warrants in Hunter's home after they discovered, the IRS discovered those WhatsApp messages. Three, that special counsel request was denied. And four, that David Weiss said that he's not the deciding official. So Merrick Garland's statements completely contradict that statement. The only way to get to the bottom of this is lots of testimony. Witnesses are going to be subpoenaed. Somebody's going to be found lying, and hopefully, justice will prevail. Although I think the American people have some lack of faith justifiably in that.
Yeah, one of those whistleblowers has been doing media interviews. Take a listen to what Gary Shapley had to say.
Shapley, who is still working for the IRS, told us that even before President Biden took office, he was directed to avoid leads involving Hunter's father.
There were certain investigative steps that we weren't allowed to take that could have led us to President Biden.
And you wanted to take them?
We needed to take them.
And you weren't allowed to take them?
That's correct.
Okay, so Shapley indicated that his team was prepared, John, to charge Hunter Biden, and we're talking about tax years 2014 to 2019 here, with felony tax evasion, felony filing false tax returns, failure to pay taxes, and they also wanted to charge him under FARA as a foreign agent. But according to what you just heard, he was blocked by somebody at the DOJ. He claims it went right to the top, and it was Merrick Garland. If that is actually true, look, Kevin McCarthy is going to move forward with impeachment. It would likely happen in the House, dead on arrival in the Senate, but that's exactly what happened to Donald Trump for a lot less, a whole lot less, twice when he was president.
Exactly. No offense, Ameer, but attorneys like to dance around words. So we need to cut the music off and get people under oath, like you mentioned, and I totally agree. However, we have to make sure that people understand exactly what Garland said. He didn't lie, but he omitted a lot of points. What did he omit? Of course, the district attorney had enough power, the authority, but did he have the approval? And what conversations transpired between Garland and others? That's what we need to ask. That's what we need to get to the bottom of. And like you had mentioned, Ameer, which I agree again, that somebody is lying and somebody is omitting key facts in this situation.
Yeah, great points. Amir, you mentioned these WhatsApp messages. So the House GOP Oversight Committee last night releasing another WhatsApp message from Hunter Biden to a Chinese energy associate. It says $10 million per ant budget to use for further interests of JV. The move to $5 million is completely new to me and is not acceptable. Obviously, I can make $5 million in salary at any law firm in America. If you think it's about money, it's not. The Bidens are the best I know at doing exactly what the chairman wants from this partnership.
Isn't that just?
I mean, so Amir, what does this say? I mean, we have the other WhatsApp text message. Talk to us more about this. And you know, he talks about the Bidens, although the Biden administration continues to say, no, nothing to do, didn't discuss any business dealings with my son.
Right. As the evidence mounts that that's not true. I mean, this is Hunter Biden acting with complete impunity. And that there's enough here that even, you know, left-wing outlets, the New York Times, are saying, look, there's evidence here. Answer the question. For the love of God, you can't stand there at the podium and just say, I love my son and I support him and I trust him more than anybody else. You actually have to answer these questions. Joe Biden's not. Karine Jean-Pierre's not. Obviously, Hunter Biden's defense team is not. And the American people need these answers. And the only way that we're going to get to the bottom of it all is through oversight right now.
Right.
And we're going to have to subpoena people in, much like they did under Trump. And by the way, you know, the way that they treated the individuals in the Trump administration is completely different than the way that they're treating Biden and his family.
Totally. And Amir, I don't mean to cut you off, but that New York Times article you mentioned, absolutely, the New York Times is finally talking about it. But Mark Halpern mentioned this earlier. It's in paragraph 21. So it's not like it's above the fold, Hunter Biden stuff. Again, it's this look here, not there. Look at Trump documents. Don't worry about Joe Biden documents. Forget about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. Look at Donald Trump. Look at this audio. Yeah.
They bury it, but it's there. And the fact that a left-wing, you know, outlet is in fact recognizing the fact that all of us are picking up on, that there's evidence there that warrants further investigation, and the DOJ is not investigating it. That's cause for alarm.
Good point. Ameer Benno, John Burnett, thanks so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. Coming up next here on